Fluffy Cat.
And Panda.
Yeah, great timing.
Sorry, I'm very sorry. I yawned. Sorry.
I guess you didn't know I was gonna click the microphone, but I think you had some idea.
Yeah, because I can see it now.
Yeah. So, yeah, how to diffuse an argument. I mean, there's so many ways that I think we've stumbled upon naturally as we've had our own kinds of conflicts. I mean, they're not really anything major either. I think whenever we've had some kind of a disagreement or a discussion where things, get a bit heated or emotional a little bit, we just know the ways of how to calm each other down, and not only that, be respectful to one another. When you are upset about something and visibly upset, I'll notice right off the bat, and I'll try to really comfort you, and also find out, hey, why are you upset? What's going on here?
Well, I think it's very important to try your best to sense other people's feelings. So you need to be very sincere. You need to be very, very sincere. You can't just have assumptions. No assumptions at all. You need to use your heart to feel it, and just treat another person as a human being like yourself. You are equal. Both of you are equal.
Yeah.
You have equal status. So you need to be compassionate. You need to, I don't know. It's just.
You need to be able to sense other people's feelings and have that empathetic bone in your body, so to speak.
Yeah.
Because I know what you're saying. I mean, I think it's very important to take that step back and reflect on, not only who you're talking to, but, what it may do to affect them. I have a friend who I'll, speak to, and I've had, horrible arguments with them in the past. But I was able to step back and go, you know what, I don't want to, I don't care about what's going on with me or how I'm affected in the end. I actually was thinking I'd rather, save their kind of sanity by, being the bigger person, I guess. That's, the cliched kind of phrase there when dealing with these things like arguments or whatever. It was easy for me to do that, to go, you know what, I'll let them win this one, or I'll let them insult me.
Because because you are not stubborn at all.
Yeah.
You are willing to, let's say, make sacrifice.
Yeah.
You're willing to do so.
Yeah.
That's why you're different from other people.
Thank you. Yeah, and I mean, you're not like that friend of mine, of course. I don't have to resort to doing that. I mean, I guess to a very minor degree sometimes, but not really. there's certain people who are just, a bit obstinate at times, and you have to gauge them accordingly. And, but yeah, when you have love for another person, whether it's a friend, whether it's, a significant other, it's easy to just go, I love this person. And you can look at them during an argument where they're making you upset, and actually think to yourself, I love this person. Even though they're angering you, or, like in that moment angry, and then very quickly, it turns to, no. There's nothing to be angry about. I love this person.
I think I know who you're talking about.
Yeah. But I'm mainly talking about you when I think of that. But yeah, also, yeah, when it comes to that person, sure. There can be that moment of, they're really pushing my buttons, and it's like,
Well, actually,
okay.
I have different thoughts about it.
Okay.
When we are talking about diffusing arguments, we need to define the relationship first.
Yeah.
Diffusing arguments between us, a couple, or diffusing arguments between you and some random guy, or team member in your group, or your family members. So you need to define the relationship first.
Yeah.
I would say if it's not necessary, you don't have to be 100 perfect about getting along really well with that person. For example, if you have a group member who is complaining about you every day, and that causes arguments, do you really have to diffuse that argument? I don't think so.
Yeah.
Because for you, that guy is just a total stranger. After the group accomplishment, that guy will disappear forever in your life. And it also applies to family members. In my understanding, I would say children will eventually grow up. So it's very natural for children to live in a life that is completely different from parents' life.
Yeah.
So parents need to understand it, right? So I would say if you have arguments with your parents or older family members, it's better to just live independently. Because you have your own life and they have their lives. It's better to just separate yourself from the family, and you are not hurting anyone. However, when it comes to the arguments between a couple, it's very different, because you are supposed to live the rest of your life with your partner. I know in real life a couple can't last forever. However, when you decided to live with this special one, you're supposed to live your whole life with this person. Right? We need to make efforts. And we can't just give up. That's not true. So you go on.
Perseverance, I mean, that's something I've always talked about with friends and close individuals, that it's important to possess perseverance and like you said, not give up that's such a huge quality in any friendship, any type of relationship that you have with anybody. You know, the willingness to continue, to persevere, to be tolerant. Having tolerance is a huge thing, because a lot of people are intolerant. They can't handle a lot of things and they give up very easily as a byproduct. But if you're able to withstand figurative blows from people, you know, particularly those that you are good friends with, you know, that serves you well, and it serves them well as well. You know, as a friend who has that type of trait, you know, to persevere, and patience is important. People lack patience, and patience is something that's so important to possess because, you know, a lot of the times you need to practice it. And you know, it's received well from people when you do possess that.
I'm glad that you never give up upon me.
Yeah, of course.
And I'm very glad that you are always trying to make efforts to understand me. Thank you.
You're welcome, and of course, no need to thank me.
No, I still need to do so.
Okay.
I really appreciate that.
I'm glad.
You're special.
So are you.
Panda. Cat. Meow, meow, meow.
Meow.